Hello my dears, this is Sarah from SheHoldsDearly.com, and today we are going to tackle another DIY together. So I have really kind of put this room on the back burner, but I'm in my living room and I want to get this done. Gosh, maybe I could even get it done before the holidays. I would love that. So you're gonna be seeing a couple of more DIYs than normal as I walk you through this process. And I'm really excited about today's video because this was the year that I fell in love with pinch pleat curtains. I just think they're so tailored and they fit so many of the design styles that we talk about on this channel. And I wanted to learn how to do them myself. They take extra fabric because you are gathering it in so many places. But this is the fabric I chose. I think it has a very sweet traditional English cottage feel to it. It's upside down, but it has this brown sort of leafy motif on it. I paid $24 a yard for this, which is, that's mid-range for how much I want to pay for decorative fabric. And I got it from the website decorativefabricsdirect.com. I will link this pattern for you below. It's called Ponce Driftwood. And I ordered 10 yards of it for this project. And I'm gonna show you a couple more things you're gonna need if you wanna make pinch pleat curtains. I'm gonna do some simple hemming on it. And if you are new to sewing, this is actually the perfect project to start with. You will be so proud of yourself for accomplishing even just regular curtains, but especially pinch pleat curtains. You just are gonna sew in a straight line, so it's not too scary. The only problem that I have had so far with this project is that we are struggling to get supplies in worldwide. And so this was a 10-week wait, which I'm not really used to with Amazon Prime. So I just had to be patient. They kept emailing me and I just kept saying, it's okay, everyone has to be patient right now. And I can't wait to see my fabric. And so it did come in, but just brace yourself if you are trying to hit a deadline and you've got this kind of design project going on. You may want to have a plan B or at least reschedule your deadline. So anyways, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna start by cutting a 2.5 inch section off and hemming all of the raw edges. This edge isn't actually raw, but it is kind of not as finished as I want it to look. So I'm gonna roll it and hem it. And then I'll show you how to do the actual pinch pleat part. So to make your seams, you're going to want to fold over, and I don't even measure this, I just eyeball it, but you fold over 1/4 inch of the fabric on one side and then you iron that completely down, and then you come back again and you fold it another 1/4 inch over. So you're using up 1/2 inch of fabric for your seams and you iron that into place. So I go all the way around. If your fabric is too bulky at the corners, I trim off just the inside 1/4 inch just to take one layer out of the equation, and that seems to work. And then I really like to use upholstery needles with my sewing machine, and then I just had white thread. All right, the next step is you're gonna need what's called pleat tape, and it comes in a big roll like this. I get mine on Amazon, and it is a strip of basically canvas, and it has little slits in it, so you can add a special type of hook to it to create the pleat. The one that I ended up liking, I found that it only has one end of the slits open, and I feel like the pleat looks better when the hook goes a little bit farther through, like these prongs go all the way through the little loop spot. So I actually take a razor blade and I cut open each end so that we can get the hooks in just a little bit farther. So So that's the first step, is you take this pleat tape and then I take a razor blade and I just open each of the little slits, and then I'm going to stitch it right to the top of the fabric. And you're almost done at that point. All right, so let's talk about the hooks. Now, you can get these at IKEA, you can get them on Amazon. I even find them at Value Village. I bought 2 packs of these at Value Village knowing I wanted to do this project. And hopefully you have what are called end hooks. They look just like this. But if not, you could just take a regular one and make sure that the hook is on the very, very end. Okay, each end needs to have an end hook like that. And I like to bring the metal all the way through. That's why I cut open the ends. I count 5 of these strips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I start a pleat. And it's tough because you gotta cram all 4 of these onto this hook. Now that you know about this process, you will notice on the back of many of the IKEA curtains, there is a section with, they're not solid like this, but there's loops that go like this. And that's what they are for. They are for these hooks. Okay, so I've got 4 of them in, and then I got it all started, and then I just pull it up as high as I can. And that theoretically makes a nice 3-way pleat on the back. So I'm gonna do that every 5th loop. I'm gonna add in a hook like this, and then I'll show you how to hang it. So I'm going to use the rings that are already up there. I just need to take the clips off, and they just slide right off. And then I'm gonna take the pinch pleat hook and slip that through the little hole on each one of the rings. Okay, so I am done with the curtains, and I just want to give you some updates that I learned as I was going along. So I decided to actually line them. I took the drop cloth curtains that were up previously and I cut them down to size, and they are actually lining the drapes now. So there's like a really nice weight to them. It has a nice drape. I feel like they look a lot more high quality and they look full. I was concerned, did I need to add in some lighter shears, you know, on the inside? Did I need to buy more fabric and double up the width of the curtains? And I think with having them lined, I think we're good. The second thing I determined was that I wanted to use the hooks that are long. So there's long hooks, or like the hooks right at the top of the prongs, and then there's hooks you can get where the hook is in the middle of the prongs. I ended up using the long ones because it let the curtain hang just below the bar, just below the curtain rod, and then I could shape them better. I think that pinch pleats look best when you have the curtain fabric curving back in towards the wall, and then it shows off the pinch pleat in the front. Another thing I learned was that when you're adding the hook, put the first 2 prongs in, use the middle ones first, and then tip your hook a little bit and grab the 2 outside slots. If you're finding that your fabric is a little bit too light and you're not actually getting these nice shaped pleats, a lot of times people will put their hooks in and then they'll hand stitch the very base of those pleats to make it look all even and tight at the bottom. So that is an option as well. All right, I'm really happy to have this project done. It was a lot of fun to finally see come together, and I got to share it with you. So thanks so much for watching, and if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button so I can send you more videos on how to make interior design easy. All right, take care. I'll talk to you soon.